show you a little bit about how to make wonky trees for the Arboreal Quilt pattern by Slightly Biased Quilts. We're going to go through all the different steps to make your tree as wonky or as straight as you want. So please join along. All right, so let's kick off this wonky tree tutorial. So you're going to take your green or whatever your tree color is, fabric that is a rectangle, and then one of your two background sort of triangles. It's not exactly, it's cut a little bit off the diagonal, but follow the pattern directions for Arboreal and you will see exactly how to cut that. Once you have it cut, you're going to want to place your background sort of triangle down so that the right angle is over here. That part's really important. This is my right angle. And you want the top to be past the center of this rectangle. So I would estimate the center of this rectangle is right about here. So you want to make sure you are past it up here. And then your intersection point down here is on the bottom somewhere. You don't want it to be on the right side. You want it to be on the bottom side. So you intersect past the center up here, on the bottom anywhere down here, your right angle's over here. And you can test this out by flipping it over and seeing, oh, okay, this is, my right angle is in the top right corner, which makes sense. I'm gonna have a tree that looks like this. And so this is the right placement for this background piece. And so once you've placed it, you can sew a 1/4 inch along from this semi-diagonal line. And then once you've done that, trim this excess green off and press this open here. Once you've done that, we're gonna just repeat it on the other side. So make sure your bottom intersects on the bottom. Your right angle is here because it's gonna flip to be on the top left. And then make sure this intersects. For this step, you wanna make sure you're intersecting somewhere down in this region. You wouldn't want this to be over here because then the top of your tree is going to be a straight line. You want to make sure you have a point and you can see the green underneath. So my point is going to end up right here, which is good. I actually will have a point on my tree. So those are your tips for placing this one down. And then you sew a 1/4 inch from this sort of diagonal here, trim off this excess and this excess here, and then open it up. What you do from there, the pattern will give you more details, but you'll end up trimming the sides, but not the top yet. You trim the top later, and you end up, this is a different color tree, but you end up sewing the bottom on, and then you trim the top. So lots of fun steps to take, but you end up with a nice wonky tree. You can see if I straighten up the bottom, it's leaning a little bit to the right, and that is totally fine and exactly the way we want to do this pattern. You get to just slap your fabric on, make sure they're sort of in the right place, and sew it together, and it ends up being a lot faster, and there's fewer points to match. So it's a really fun way to make tree blocks. I hope you all enjoy learning how to make wonky trees for the Arboreal Quilt pattern. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.